First pitch coming your way next. Baseball fans, and welcome. The show brings you the National League Wild Card Series. The Atlanta Braves taking on the Miami Marlins. John Shambi, Chris Singleton with you, and we're just about set to get this Wild Card Series underway, Singy. Game 1 has outsized importance in a 3-game set.
Yeah, Boog, it's a huge game. There's no doubt about it. Guys are always talking about setting the tone in Game 1 of a series. Well, in a 3-game series, that might be the only tone that gets set. So this is no ordinary series opener.
First pitch coming your way next. Just about set. And on the hill in this one, Spencer Strider.
Anytime you have 5 pitches to work with on the mound, that repertoire can be a real weapon in terms of keeping hitters off balance, man. It's one of those things that I'm going to be looking for in this one. Does he have a feel for all of those pitches, or is he just able to get 1 or 2 over in the strike zone where he wants? Now, it's tough to do to be able to command all those pitches, but if he can, he is going to be very tough for the opponent today.
Alan McAllister leading things off and takes a strike. Sharp grounder, that's through for a base hit. So a runner aboard to start the inning.
I'm sure he feels really good about that one. Not much to this one other than just a willingness to go the other way and put the ball in play. That's a team at bat right there. Nice job of staying back and letting the ball get deep.
And now Jeremy Pena. He's someone that you might not describe as having elite level speed, but he can absolutely move, and it is a factor in his game. Popped up. Olsen calls it in, and there's one away.
That was a good hard fastball with some nice ride up in the zone right there. Hitter looked like he was on it, but I think that velocity at the end just beat him. Instead of a line drive or something hit deep, it's a pop-up and an easy out for the defense.
Pulls it down, and there are 2 away.
That swing right there tells me he's seeing the ball pretty well. I know it didn't produce a hit, but he made solid contact, and that's all you're looking to do anytime you're at the plate.
So 2 down. Matt Wallner, the next up for the Marlins. And the pitch. Here goes the runner. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. And that'll do it. 1 left for Miami. Scoreless after 1. Base is empty, 1 away. Here's Austin Riley.
Strider's a guy known for his velocity. He can bring it, but that wasn't always the case. Coming back from an injury in college, Strider was throwing 94 to 96 miles per hour, Boog, when the Braves drafted him. Now he lights up the radar gun with triple-digit speeds.
Righty delivers. And he hits a ground ball right side. Dives, and he can't hang on. Flip to the pitcher is in time, and they get it out of the play.
This is what it's all about on that right side of the diamond when you've got the first baseman involved and the pitcher as well. First baseman does a great job, knocks the ball down, gets away from him a little bit, doesn't panic. The pitcher's exactly where he's supposed to be. Nice feed and a nice play for the out.
The batter, number 9.
The strategy around starting pitchers in the postseason, it's really changed in recent years. Managers are pulling starters earlier, making a strong bullpen essential for a championship team. And first offering is fouled off.
Yeah, I think with starting pitchers, they're not going as deep in the postseason because managers aren't willing to let them get knocked around and put a game out of reach. Most skippers have a quicker hook this time of the year.
1 ball, 1 strike.
Runner in scoring position, nobody out here in game 1 of the wild card series. So a foul ball makes it 1-2. And a pitch. Swing and a pop-up on the move. Can't get there, and now maybe extra bases. Runner comes in from second to score, and they cut the lead. It's 4-1.
Wasting no time. He's 2 for 2 now on the night, and just a triple and home run away from the cycle.
Seriously, we're starting with this already. So up next, Jeremy Pena. We talk about guys with good speed, and definitely he has it. But pushing the offense aside for just a second, Chris, it's the defensive side that I think the speed factors in the most. Blew the express right by his bat for strike 3.
And I really like the ability to bounce back right there after not getting a call. He probably should have gotten. Didn't let it affect his focus, and he came back with another good pitch to get him swinging.
Here's Juan Soto. On the ground right side. And he takes it himself for the out.
Now back, the designated hitter.
Runner at third, 2 gone. Matt Wallner, the next up for the Marlins. 1 run across in the frame so far here in game 1. Ground ball, Austin Riley. Zips it to first. They limit the damage here. They get a run on 2 hits, no errors, and a man left. On to the 4th now in game number 1. It's the Braves 4 and the Marlins 1.
Hey, you got it. No one better. Let's go.
The batter, number 9. Second baseman, Alan McAllister.
Swings and misses. 0-1.
You know, these Marlins doing a good job of putting the ball into play, and that makes things more challenging on the defensive side. The numbers tell us they're averaging more than a hit every inning, and they've only struck out twice, so they keep finding ways to put their bat on the ball.
And he deals. Swing and a miss, and he got him. And that's the first out.
Stood absolutely no chance on that slider right there. And
now, Alan McAllister.
3-pitch strikeout last time up. Got to put up more of a fight in this one.
That one the other way. Jumps, throws. An acrobatic play to end the inning. Marlins leave 1. Still down by a count of 4-2. One down. Here's Ronald Acuna Jr. at the plate.
If you don't get ahead in the count, you can forget about having any success against him. He might want to steal second in this spot, but he's dealing with a catcher that has one of the best pop times in the game. He needs to pick his spot very wisely.
The pitch. Runner takes off on the ground right side. Sneaks through, base hit. Coming home. Fires it to the plate. But it's offline. And they lead by 3.
Well done. Drives in the run. Just a simple ground ball the other way that had eyes on it, man. Sometimes that's all you need to do. Just let the ball travel, put the ball in play, and just hope it finds a hole.
Here is Matt Olson. And he grounds one to the right side. To first, and Olson is set down.
Now back, left fielder, David Snyder.
So the batting order turns over. And now for the Marlins, Alan McAllister.
If you're a base runner, you got to stay dialed in here. Look for anything in the dirt. Try your best to get into scoring position.
Swings through that one for strike one. With the winning run on at first. Here are the late stages of game one. In safely with a double, his second of the day.
Oh, this has been a really nice game at the plate for him. He looks locked in. Man, that feels so good to shoot an absolute bolt the opposite way. Split the gap and know that you've got extra bases right off the bat. That's the kind of thing hitters dream about when they're falling asleep at night. Winning run in scoring position now, so a clutch AB could end this one.
Jeremy Pena, the next up for the Marlins.
Listen, there's absolutely no reason to pitch to this guy right here. You nibble, you see if he'll expand his zone, but don't give him anything to hit. If you walk him, not a big deal. You have a double play opportunity set up. Well, that sets up a really big at bat in this game. These are the moments when everyone in the stadium gets really locked in.
And now it's Juan Soto. All loaded up, dangerous hitter at the plate. Swing and a miss, struck him out. Huge strikeout there.
Got to give him a huge amount of credit on the mound right there. He got squeezed a little bit on the pitch right before that one. You know it should have been a strike. Everyone in the building knew that it should have been a strike, but he didn't let it get to him and throw him off his game. Came back with another good pitch for the punch out with the bases loaded. That's good pitching right there.
Now a chance for Matt Wallner. Got him swinging.
Certainly a strikeout situation right there. The infield playing back, and this pitcher has to step up and get the swing and miss. Really nice job of attacking the hitter at the plate. Pretty big two-out at bat coming up now.
2 outs, bases full. And the batter now, Frederick White. Winning run at third, 2 down. Here in game 1 of this 3-game set. Oh, can't pick it up cleanly. In comes the winning run, and the Marlins get a walk-off win, 6-5.
Well, in the postseason, there's so much excitement, so much energy, everyone hanging on every single pitch. To have a walk-off win under these circumstances, these people have gone crazy. What a nice win, but you got to turn the page quickly to come back.
6-5 the final here today. For Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show, I'm John Shambi. We'll see you soon.
Here now is the final line score tonight. First for the victorious Miami Marlins.
Welcome in, everybody. Glad you're with us. The show brings you the National League Wild Card Series. The Atlanta Braves taking on the Miami Marlins. Alongside Chris Singleton, I'm John Sciambi. And a lot riding on this one as these teams meet for Game 2, Chris.
Absolutely, and it might seem like there's not as much pressure if you've already got a win in Game 1, but they're dying to close this series out right here and now. The last thing they want is to lose the momentum and go into a do-or-die Game 3. That's a lot of pressure.
Sometimes it feels like every game in a 3-game series is do or die. All right, we'll be back to get this one started after this. Just about ready to roll, and on the hill in this one, Edward Cabrera. What do you have on him, Chris?
It's always interesting to see how he utilizes all of his pitches and how many of those he has a good feel for on that given day. When he's right, he's really able to keep hitters guessing, and all of his stuff seems to be coming out of the same arm slot, the same tunnel, and that can make life very difficult on his opponents.
Now, Alan McAllister. The pitch. Fought off foul.
Well, after scoring runs, this is where you're looking for that shutdown inning. Get that hot team back in there to swing the bats.
And now the 0-1. That's to third. Whips it to first. One up, one down.
Batting second, the shortstop, Jeremy.
Man at second with one away. Now it's the Atlanta catcher. This is a guy who is very highly regarded defensively. Fun to watch him control stuff behind the plate. Good game caller, good at framing, but it's that big arm that really stands out. Man at second. To the right side, McAllister. Throws to first in time. Ready to go for the last half of the inning. And now for the Marlins, Alan McAllister. Smith-Shawver back to work. And first offering is fouled off. Chris, you and I have gotten to work some memorable postseason games together. One I look back on, 2013 ALCS Game 2, the David Ortiz Grand Slam. Puts it away for the out.
He put a really good swing on that pitch and hit the ball hard. You know, line drives won't always find a hole, but the more you can...
Wild Card Series Game 2. Now it's the second baseman, Alan McAllister. The pitch. 0-1.
No ball. One strike.
Hit hard, but foul off to the left.
A little tardy on that fastball. Is going to have to get it going a little quicker. Get that front foot down.
And here it comes. Inside, almost got him.
Well, every pitcher wants a run support, and having a lead is nice, but it can be challenging for some pitchers. I think keeping the mindset to attack instead of trying to be too fine and have too much finesse. Go after hitters and get quick outs.
That one back up the middle, and it gets through. And the leadoff man aboard. And up next for Miami, Jeremy Pena. You talk about elite defensive players, especially in the middle of the diamond, and this guy is at the top of the list. The Braves up big in this one here in Game 2 of the Wild Card Series. Hit hard, that gets through. Throw back in quickly. First and second now with nobody out. Here's Juan Soto. This guy makes great contact. One of the best in the game at putting bat on ball.
He's got such quick hands, and he's gaining pitch recognition. That keeps him square to the plate. There's a good chance that his bat stays in the zone a long time, and that produces solid contact consistently. Now a great back and forth in that at bat. He had to lay off some really close pitches, and Somehow, Boogie found a way to keep the bat on his shoulder right there. I'll tell you right now, I couldn't have done it.
Swing and a miss. And the count 1-2. And a pitch. Grounded to third, could be two. Good feed, that's one. And a run scores on the double play.
It's always great when you can add a run, but in this situation with the bases loaded, double play is kind of a rally killer.
McAllister, the next up for the Marlins. 1 for 3.
Alan McAllister.
Well struck left field. That's back there. You can kiss it goodbye. A solo shot. And they cut into the lead. It's 7-5.
First pitch hacking, and it paid off for him in a big way. They thought he could blow a high fastball by him, but he was ready for it. Look at how quickly he jumped on that pitch.
So the batting order turns over. Alan McAllister getting ready to hit. He's already homered in this game.
A lot of times you're looking for a guy to get that tie-in run on base, but because of the power, you want him to tie up the game with one swing here.
And a swing and a miss there.
Good late sink on that fastball. Out of the hand looks so good, and then by the time he gets in the hitting zone, hard to get the barrel to it.
And ball one. Bounced out to short. Perdomo. 2 away.
Good sinker low in the zone right there and produced exactly what he was looking for. Ball on the ground. Nice ground out.
So the lineup flips over. Alan McAllister, the next to hit. He's already homered here in this one.
Hey, look, we'll see how it factors in. I just can't emphasize how much that insurance run in the top of the ninth means. I mean, just such a big difference mentally when you're chasing 2 runs instead of 1.
It's in and out of his glove. But plenty of time to recover, and that's the second out.
The batter, number 3, shortstop, Jeremy.
Well, our scorecards are a mess after this one as we look at the final line.
Yeah, we're going to have to break out that old graphing calculator of yours for this one, Boog. We saw a ton of offense.
I don't think that's how a graphing calculator works, Siggy. 11-9 the final. For Chris Singleton and our entire crew here at MLB The Show, thanks for stopping by. I'm John Shambi. Talk to you soon.
The final line score for our
And welcome into the ballpark. Happy to have you with us. Game 3 of the National League Wild Card Series coming your way on the show. The Atlanta Braves taking on the Miami Marlins. With my partner Chris Singleton, I'm John Shambi. A lot going on in this series as we get ready for Game 3, Singy.
This is as good as it gets in a 3-game series, Boog. I mean, one game for all the marbles, and who knows how it's going to play out. But one thing I'm sure is we'll see the managers being very proactive. And in a situation like this, where there's no room for error, they're not going to be afraid to use every arm in the bullpen and every warm body off the bench if they have to.
Yeah, there's no saving something for tomorrow in this type of situation. Got to put it all out there on the table. First pitch coming at you right after the break. So just about set. And our pitcher tonight, Chase Hampton.
4-pitch guy. He's got some options to work with in terms of keeping hitters off balance. So we'll see how he decides to utilize those weapons through this start here, and whether or not he's able to mix them all in early, or if he wants to hold something back a little bit later, maybe second, third time through the order, and give them something they haven't seen. It's tough when you know a guy's got that in his back pocket. As a hitter, you really have to stay on your toes.
Alan McAllister, the leadoff batter, as he swings through it for strike one. And the pitch. That one ripped. And that is a foul ball.
Hey, let's go, kid. One time right here.
The pitch. And that one hammered. You can kiss it goodbye. His second home run of the series. It's 1-0. Chris, he's homered in back-to-back games now.
Yep, seeing the ball well, and he's got his timing locked in. He's looking pretty dangerous at the dish right now. That one was a hanger, and pitchers typically don't get away with making a mistake like that. And right there, he made him pay.
Base is empty with 2 away. And here is Will Brennan. One of the best in the game against right-handed pitching. The lefties, however, that's another story. Singy, is this more common today? Guys really only succeeding against pitchers throwing from a specific side?
I think it's because you just don't get a very long trial period anymore. I mean, with the analytics and the numbers, teams are looking for instant success with the lineups that they construct. So if you don't figure it out quickly against certain types of pitchers, you're...
And there's the third out. That'll do it for the inning. Down in order go the Braves. And it remains 1-0. As we go to the last of the third. Standing in is the power-hitting second baseman, Alan McAllister. And here it comes. In the air, center field. Puts it away for the out.
Almost a loud start to the inning on that first pitch. Man, he's going to want that one back, no doubt.
Decisive third game of the wild card round. And at the plate for Miami, Alan McAllister. Schwellenbach back to work. Checks his swing. Now would appeal to third. No, he held up.
Come on, let it rip right here.
Well, after putting up a nice inning on offense, got some runs across, this is where you look for the starter to go out there, have a shutdown inning. Don't give that other team any hope. You just hope that he can get through this inning, get the bats back up there while they're hot.
Got him. And that's the first out. Here's Jordan Groshans. The pitch. Right side. McAllister. Throws to first in time.
Now back. Kepler. Wade. Baldwin.
Alan McAllister, the next up for the Marlins.
Up next.
He's already homered in this game.
The second baseman, Alan McAllister.
Right through there for a strike. If you're a base runner, you got to stay dialed in here. Look for anything in the dirt. Try your best to get into scoring position.
With the go-ahead run at first here in Game 3. Hard ground ball for a base stop. And a go-ahead run into scoring position. One away. Well, Singy, he is locked in there.
Well, he's really slowed the game down, and it's like he's moving in full speed, and everybody is a step or two behind. The way that he squared up that baseball tells me that he is seeing it like a beach ball.
One down. And now for the Marlins, Jeremy Pena.
If you don't get ahead in the count, you can forget about having any success against him.
On the ground to third, might be two. Fired to second, and that's two.
Well, we can never overstate it. Pitcher's best friend right there. Double play, gets out of the jam, saves some pitches.
And we're back. And now the center fielder, Will Brennan.
The center fielder, Will Brennan.
That one is absolutely belted. And no one can get there. Safe at second with nobody out, and that double has the go-ahead run in scoring position.
Always feels amazing getting a job done when the team needs you to come through. It's just bigger than your own individual stats. That pretty much split the zone down the middle, and those are the ones where you got to make them pay. And a huge opportunity now to grab the lead at this point in the game.
So the Atlanta Braves take Game 3 and are on to the division series, Singy. This was a tough task having to play all 3 games in hostile territory, but they got it done winning 2 out of 3.
Well, you said it. Winning is always a challenge on the road, but even more so in the postseason. They showed me a lot in this series, and I think this win is going to send them into the next round feeling pretty confident about what they can accomplish here in October.
And a tough end to the season on the other side. They obviously had bigger hopes for an October run, but that'll have to wait till next year.
The final line score for our ball game. For the victorious Atlanta Braves, 5 runs, 8 hits.